Welcome, welcome guys to the live demo. This is Michelle Ching and I am hanging out from Hawaii, and I'm actually here on this beautiful resort, and I'll kind of give you guys a little view of what I'm looking at. This is the Disney Hotel, and this is a railroad, and there's a train that comes by, so I apologize if you guys hear some crazy background noise because there's a train that comes by very frequently. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and kick this off. I am really excited. I think this is the first live demo that Kanoa and I are doing together, and he's actually on Kauai. I'm here on Oahu, and we're gonna get this thing kicked off and really show you guys what the HQO water ionizer is, the science behind it, how it works, and the 3 different properties that of the water that it creates. And before I kick it over to Kanoa to do the demonstration, I'll just share with you guys a little bit about my background and how I got involved with Q Sciences, how I got introduced to the HQO water ionizer, and really just kind of my whole background on being in the industry as a whole. I got introduced to network marketing about 4 years ago. And I was living here in Hawaii. I was a full-time college student at the University of Hawaii. I was studying fashion design. I was working part-time in the nightclub industry. So I was definitely one of those college students that, I knew that I wanted to be going to college because that's what I was taught to do growing up. You go to school, get good grades, go to a college, graduate with your bachelor's degree, and get a career, using your bachelor's degree, and that's how you're going to be successful in life. And you work for 40 years, and that's what I was doing, because that's what I was taught to do, and that's what I thought I had to do to be successful. So I was doing that, and in 2012, I got introduced to a health and wellness company, and I was a part of that company for a good 3.5 years. I was one of the youngest 6-figure earners as a female in that company, made over $250,000 in that business, built a team in 6 different countries, and had a blast doing it and met a lot of great people. And then I found myself wanting something more. I found myself, really wanting to, expand on just my networking skills in general. And then as an entrepreneur, and I felt myself, kind of being drawn to something else. And Kanoa Nartatez actually introduced me to the whole concept of alkaline water just maybe about 3.5 months ago. And I've heard of it before, but never really took a deep look into it. And, once he started to explain, the health benefits of the water, the science behind, the HQO machine, it really just made too much sense to me not to do it, because 100% of people drink water. And, before he introduced it to me, I was thinking to myself, water is just water. What's so great about the water that comes out of this whatever ionizer machine? And what's, so great about the water that comes out of, a Dasani water bottle? And I thought, just me being, ignorant, I just thought it was all water. So, when I really started to do my own research and understand how the ionizer machine works, I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I've got to get this into the hands of, as many people as possible, especially my family. Got to get it into my own house. I've got to start drinking this. And I can tell you guys that making this transition and ultimately, making that decision to become, an IBO for Q Sciences and really ultimately pushing the HQO machine is one of the best decisions that I've ever made. And this company and the leadership, and the products in general are the most superior that I've ever seen. And I haven't been around in the industry, too long. It's been 4 years, but, definitely had some success, and I've never seen, anything quite like this before. So I'm excited. And the guy that is actually going to do our demonstration is a great friend of mine. We've built a great friendship over the last just few months here. And, I actually knew Kanoa kind of indirectly, for the last few years. We were working sideline in different companies for the last 3 or 4 years, but we followed each other on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, and, maybe commented on each other's stuff here and there. And I've seen his success, in the prior company that he was in, and building a huge organization, making lots of money at such a young age. And I believe he's 22, maybe 23, can't remember, but we're both very young, and I'm so excited to be partnered with somebody like Kanoa, and his passion for this ionizer, and really just the the quality of life that it creates is so contagious, you know, and his passion for it will just show through. So Kanoa, if you want to take yourself off mute, you can go ahead and kick it away.
Are we good? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep, good to go.
Right on, guys. Well, thank you, Michelle, for that. Really, really appreciate that introduction. And it's been an absolute blessing to be able to work with you and finally be able to partner up with you. We make a great team. And I'm just very, very excited for the future and excited to really just spread, you know, this technology and spread, you know, a message of health and help as many people as we possibly can. So for those of you guys that don't know me, I'm going to keep it really, really short. But my name is Kanoa Nartatez. I'm 22 years old. So 22, not 23. I grew up actually right here on Kauai in Anahola. I'm one of 7 children. Always wanted to, you know, be successful. Thought that college was my path. I got a soccer scholarship to HQO over on Oahu. And after going to college for about a year and a half, I realized that that wasn't what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted more. I wanted to be able to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to control my own, you know, time, control my life, and really just kind of live life on my own terms. And you know, very, very similar to Michelle, you know, I got introduced to this industry of network marketing, completely changed my life. You know, 4 years later, here we are, you know, very, very recently got introduced to Q Sciences, Q96, as well as the HQO machine. And this demo is specifically just going to be covering, you know, the HQO machine, how it works, the health properties, all the different uses and the types of water that this creates. For those of you guys out there who have never heard of alkaline ionized water, take notes, pay attention, because it is, it's pretty baffling. You know, when I mean, growing up, I just thought water was water. I didn't know that there could be so many differences between types of water and different uses for water. And seeing this demo for the first time for me a couple months back was really what had to happen for me to believe it, because you know, I always thought water was water, and actually seeing it and what you guys are going to see today as I test the HQO water, as well as all these other bottled waters, you know, and sports drinks that a lot of us consume on a daily basis. It's pretty amazing, you know, to be able to see what it is that we're actually putting into our body. So today there's going to be really just 3 properties that I'm going to really demonstrate for you guys, you know, that the HQO water possesses. And those 3 properties are, number 1, the antioxidant of the water. A lot of people say, how does water have antioxidants? Well, it's actually the active hydrogen in the water. If you look at history and you look at the history of alkaline water, ionized water, the reason why this machine got created was not to alter or to take the water that we have on Earth that, you know, God put here and change it in any way. What this machine is designed to do is actually take the water that humans have contaminated, purify that water, and then actually kind of recreate what naturally happens in nature. If you look at places all around the world that have fountains of youth, so to speak, there's places like Telecote, Mexico, or Lourdes, France, and all these different places around the world that people have literally pilgrimaged to. If you're on your computer right now, go ahead and open up a new tab and you can Google, you know, Lourdes, France, Telecote, Mexico, miracle water. People have pilgrimaged to these places for thousands of years, and they've claimed that the water, you know, had some type of healing property, so on and so forth. And so scientists really started to dig in and try to figure out why that was. And what they found, the common denominator between all these different places, was that the water had an abundance of active hydrogen. And, you know, that actually is what gives it the antioxidant property. So we're going to talk about the antioxidant property. We're going to talk about the alkalinity and the pH, and why, you know, consuming an alkaline water really is important, as well as the superior hydration. But before we do that, really quickly, I'm just going to explain how this machine actually works. So you guys see here, it just hooks up very, very easily, you know, to your sink or your faucet. You turn it on, and it'll speak to you. And basically what happens is the water runs from the sink and it comes out, it comes into the machine, and it goes through 2 very sophisticated filters in the back here on the right side. Those filters are actually use NASA water technology. After they go through the filter, after the water goes through the filter, it strips obviously all the chemicals, the lye, the calcium, magnesium, organic, inorganic compounds. And then it runs here to the left side of the machine and goes over 14 medical grade platinum coated titanium plates. And it shocks the water, giving it these 3 properties. And so there's many different, obviously, types of water. We're going to cover those after, but we're going to go ahead and jump right here into the demo. And the first property that I'm going to show you guys here is actually what's called the oxidation reduction potential. And what I have here is an ORP meter. It stands for oxidation reduction potential, or the potential to reduce oxidation. And I'm just calibrating it right here with the strong alkaline and the strong acidic water. And we're going to go ahead and just put this meter in each one of these different types of bottled water, and you'll see a number. And that number represents, if it's a positive number, it's oxidizing. If it's a negative number, it's an antioxidant. And oxidation is happening within our bodies all the time. Every breath of air that we take, everything around us is slowly aging and oxidizing. And so being able to drink this water, the reason why it's so powerful, because it's actually an antioxidant. We're going to go ahead and show you guys that right now. So let me put this here into the HQO straight from the machine, and we have a 740, 746 going up, right around a 745 hovering. And let's go to Evian. Evian jumps to a positive 2, 20, 30 to 40, 50. Let's go to Fiji. Fiji jumps to a 280, 284, 285. Let's go to Smart Water. Smart Water is at not so smart, jumps past a 300, so extremely oxidizing. Hawaiian Rain, since we're in Hawaii, we got 365, 370, 380, 390, probably going up past 400. Yeah, very, very oxidizing. 400. Well, Aquafina, we have a 405, just above a 400. Dasani, interesting. Dasani is actually banned in the UK. I'm sorry, can you guys see that? Yeah, they can see that. So we got a 360, right around a 360. Pellegrino is a 390, 400. And then Gatorade jumps to a 430, 440, right around, hovering in between there. And then we'll go back over here to HQO, and we have a -7, 20, 30, up to 40, slowly rising, and it'll continue to probably rise. And so what that shows you guys is the power of how potent of an antioxidant this is, and also how oxidizing all of these bottled waters and these sports drinks actually are. Just to kind of give you guys a scale to think about, green tea is about a -80 on this scale. So this is a -740 right from the machine, meaning it's 6 to 7 times more powerful of an antioxidant than green tea. How does that work? Well, it's very simple. The active hydrogen in the water means that there's extra electrons in the water. There's abundance of extra electrons. The free radical cells in our bodies are missing an electron. So when we drink this water from the machine, it's actually able to neutralize those free radical cells in our body. So that's the first property, and why it's so healthy. It's such a powerful antioxidant. The second thing that we're going to test real quick is actually the pH of the water. If the water is acidic or if the water is alkaline. And the pH scale runs on a 0 to 14 basis. 0 to 6 is acidic. 8 to 14 is alkaline. 7 is neutral. 7 is a green color. Neutral is a green color. You want to look, alkaline is a blue, purple, deep purple, and then acidic is yellow and red. And I don't think I have that chart with me right now. But what we want to look for is a deep purple, because we want to be consuming alkaline water. And before I do this, the reason why that's important is because alkalinity is the origin of health. When we're born, we are born in an alkaline environment. When we die in an acidic environment. Acidity is sickness, is aging, is death. Alkaline is living. And so we're going to go ahead here. This is just regular pH drops that your pool guy uses. And we're going to go ahead and put a couple drops in each one of these bottled waters and see what kind of color we have. So right here, the HQO, we have a deep purple. This is the 9.5 HQO water. And we're going to go overhead here. We got Evian. Evian is a green. It's a neutral color. We have Fiji. Fiji as well, neutral. Smart water. Smart water is not so smart, a little bit acidic, probably a 5 or a 6 on the scale. Hawaiian Rain, very, very acidic. I don't know if you guys can see that. Orange, almost orange red. We got Aquafina. Aquafina is again, very acidic, probably even more acidic, probably a 3 or a 4 on the scale. Dasani, very, very acidic. Let's go over here to Pellegrino. Acidic as well, extremely acidic. And Gatorade is probably the most acidic. And what I'm going to show you guys next is probably going to baffle you. But this is why you do not want to drink the sports drinks. If there's anything you're going to cut out of your diet, it's the Pepsis, the colas, the Sprites, the sodas, because of how oxidizing they are and how acidic they are. And just to kind of come from an eagle's eye view of why water is even important, you got to understand that 75% of the earth is water, 75% of you is water, and I don't think that's a coincidence. The water that you consume is literally going to affect every function in your body, the way you feel, the way you operate. And so that's why it's important to understand what it is that you're actually putting in your body, and you have been putting in your body for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And what we're going to do next is we're going to show you how drinking the HQO water will be able to turn your body into an alkaline environment. Dr. Otto Warburg was actually Hitler's doctor. He actually won 2 Nobel Peace Prizes. One was for proving that cancer and disease cannot actually exist or thrive in an alkaline-rich, oxygen-rich environment. And so if this is, think about this is what you've been consuming, tap water and bottled water. When you drink just a little bit of the HQ water, look what it does to your body. It will turn your body alkaline. Just a little bit of Hawaiian Rain, boom, you're alkaline. Aquafina, alkaline. Right to alkaline. Just a little bit. Oh, look at Pellegrino. It's trying, but it won't go. Watch Gatorade. It won't even try. It's gonna take a 32-to-1 ratio to make Gatorade, Pellegrino, Sprite, Pepsi Cola, any of those sports drinks or sodas to even take it to a neutral color. But look what happens. Look what happens when we take just a little bit of Gatorade. Obviously, when we drink sodas and Sprites and Pepsis and whatnot, we only drink a sip, right? It's not like we drink the whole bottle. Well, even if you did just drink a sip, look what happens to your body. If you are in an alkaline, your body is alkaline, you've been drinking HQ water, you're healthy. When you drink just a little bit, boom, you're back in an alkaline environment, which breeds disease, ailments, sickness, cancer. Just a little bit of Gatorade takes you back to an acidic environment. Boom, just drop. Boom. Back to acidity. This is what you're consuming. This is what you're putting into your body when you drink Gatorade, when you drink, even tap waters, they're very acidic. And so this just goes to show you, why drinking the H2O water is so important, and why drinking alkaline water is so important. The pH of your water, our body wants to be it just slightly alkaline, within our tissues, our muscles, everything. Most of our body, 75% of our body is water. And so that's why when you drink alkaline water, it's going to change the way, your body functions and the way you feel 100%. And it's not that we're not making any claims. You will hear tons of stories of how this water has literally changed people's lives, from cancer to diabetes, all these things. We're not making any claims that this water actually cures disease or cancer, but what it does is our bodies are meant to self-heal on a cellular level. And when we give our body what it needs, it's able to do that. And when you put your body in an environment of alkalinity, it makes it hard for cancer and disease and ailments to actually thrive and survive in the first place. And so that's the second property. You have the oxidation, you have the alkalinity, or the antioxidant property, you have the alkalinity of the water, and then the last thing that I want to show you guys, this is actually one of my favorites, is what's called the superior hydration of the water. When the water comes out of your tap and it goes through this machine, when it gets shocked by these medical grade plates, that's a process that's called electrolysis. And what happens is it gives the water an abundance of active hydrogen, and it also changes the molecular structure of the water, making it smaller water. And so what we're going to do here is we just have some regular green tea, Lipton green tea, tea bags. And I'm going to take 2 of these, and we're going to put one here. And we're going to go ahead and put the other one in this cup. And obviously, you know that to be able to make tea with tap water or any water, therefore, you need to do what? You need to boil the water. Why? Because it's able to get smaller and penetrate through the tea bag. Here's what I want you guys to pretend. I want you guys to pretend that this tea bag right here is your cell, and the bag is your cell walls and your cell membrane, and the inside is, obviously the inside of your cell. And I want to show you guys how hydrating all these waters are. We'll go ahead and take Aquafina, and we're going to pour Aquafina here and see if we can make tea. And as you guys can see, there is no tea. And we're going to take over here, we're going to take HQO, and we're going to go ahead and pour HQO here on this tea bag. And instantly, you have tea. Again, no tea, tea. Now we'll go ahead and we'll put this here, and we're gonna go ahead and put this one here. We'll try one more time. Aquafina. No tea. And HQO. Immediately, it makes tea. Now, what this resembles, what happens right here is also what happens in your body on a cellular level. When you drink tap water, bottled water, all these things, this is how much it's hydrating you. It's not able to penetrate into your cells. It's not able to deliver those nutrients and flush your cells out. When you drink the HQO water, it's actually able to permeate and penetrate your cell wall and really hydrate you on a cellular level. And there's many, many different uses, for this property of the water. And so what we're going to do next, the next thing I'm going to show you guys is actually one of my favorite parts of the demo. And it's going to show you one of the waters and one of the uses of those waters. So if you guys look on here, you have all the different types of water. You have HQO. There are 5 different levels of the HQO water. You have filtered water, which is used for making baby formula, or use it while you're taking medicine. There's Beautify, which can use a natural toner. You can clean glasses and you can clean windows with it. And then there's strong water, which is strong alkaline or strong acidic. Strong alkaline comes out of the top hose here, and strong acidic comes right here out of the bottom hose. Strong alkaline, strong acidic. And so here in this container, we have some strong alkaline water, and we have some cherry tomatoes. Just got them from Safeway, and we're gonna go ahead, open these bad boys up. And I have another demo, so I'm not gonna use all of them, but just to show you guys. Whoa, don't drop them everywhere. I'll put a couple tomatoes in each of these cups. Put one more in each. And we're going to show you how this water is able to actually clean off your fruits and clean off your vegetables, and how when you clean your fruits and vegetables after you go to the grocery store and you get them, you know, the tap water isn't actually even cleaning off any of the pesticides, the herbicides, so on and so forth. So we're going to go ahead and we're some smart water, and we will actually, you know what, we'll go ahead and just take some tap water, because that's how you usually clean your fruits and vegetables. Some regular tap. And we'll go ahead here and try to we'll pour this in here. Give that one a little head start, and then we'll take some strong alkaline water. And we will, while those sit for a hot sec, I'm going to show you guys how this water is actually able to do that. And we're going to take 2 brand new cups. And as you guys know, you know, oil doesn't mix with water. If you let your dressing sit, you know, it will all separate out. You'll have the oil at the top, you know, all the water at the bottom. And we are going to pour just a little bit of, we got pure sesame oil right here. We'll just take a little bit and pour it in each one of these little cups. And as we know from science class and from just common knowledge, you know, oil does not mix with water. And as you can see, pour some water in there, and you can shake it up all you want. If you let it sit for just a little bit, all the oil is going to rise to the top. As you guys can see, you know, how that's happening right now, and water at the bottom. And next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the strong alkaline, and we're going to pour that here in this cup, and watch what happens. It's actually able to emulsify the oil. This is this type of water comes straight from the machine. It can be used for many different purposes, for cleaning, for getting out stains, for you know, washing off your fruits and vegetables. It's a very, very powerful cleaning agent and degreaser. And that's how it's able to actually take off the pesticides and herbicides off your vegetables. So we'll go back over here real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and we'll give this a quick swish back and forth, just to give this a little wash. 2, 3, these are just regular cherry tomatoes. And we'll go ahead and pour this out and see how much we got off of the tomatoes. As you can see, clear as day. And then we'll go over here and let's try to wash these tomatoes with the strong alkaline. 2, 3, and we'll go ahead and pour these here. And this is what you're eating. Herbicides, pesticides, suicides, homicides, all kinds of sides. And that's what you're eating when you take home fruits and vegetables and you wash them with tap water. All of this is left on, you know, these tomatoes. And so obviously you guys can see how powerful, you know, this machine is in different uses, and how it can benefit your health in so you know, so many different ways. And usually what we do with the demo too is we take the strong acidic water, we let you guys smell it, let you guys you know, taste it. You actually can use it for mouthwash, you can use it as an antibacterial. You know, you can get rid of literally all the cleaning supplies, you know, in your house. The average family spends $700 to $900 on household cleaning supplies. And with this machine and all the different types of waters that it creates, you can actually eliminate your bleach, your Windex, your 409, your Comet. You can eliminate all of that and rid your house of all those chemical toxins, and just literally clean with water, different types of water. And so that's just a couple of, you know, the health properties of the HQO water, the different types of uses of the water, and just gives you guys kind of an overall, you know, background on alkaline ionized water, why it's so important, you know, those 3 properties with having it be such an antioxidant, extremely powerful antioxidant, you know, the pH of the water testing as extremely alkaline, which is extremely important, for drinking water. And then lastly is the superior hydration with the T-bag test. It's actually able to, hydrate your cells on, a cellular level, hydrate your body on a cellular level. And so that's pretty much the demo. I am gonna wrap it up here. I guess one thing I would say is just really encourage you guys to do your own due diligence. For me, I had to see it to believe it, and then I had to taste it and feel it, to get one of these. And after I was on the water for, just a couple of days, I 100% felt a difference. And every single person, that I've given this water to, has felt a difference as well in their energy level, the way they feel hydrated, in so many different ways. And so that's why we're so passionate about spreading this technology. And, we want to make it so that, every single household is able to get, some type of water ionizer and get an HQO water ionizer in their house, because of how much not only money it will save them, but their health. You know what I mean? And medical bills and so on and so forth. It is the health properties of water is so amazing. And with that, that's pretty much it for the HQO water demo. Some of the health properties, some of the uses. Really encourage you guys to do your due diligence. Get back with whoever invited you onto this live demo, and ask them questions. Get in contact with Michelle. Get in contact with myself. We are here to answer any questions that you guys have. There's also a compensation side to this, to be able to do this from a direct sales standpoint, which pays very handsomely. And so if you guys are interested in the business side as well, reach out to whoever invited you and ask them, to learn more about that. But with that, I appreciate you guys' time. Michelle, if you are still on here, I'll turn it back over to you to wrap everything up and close it out.
Awesome. Thank you, Kanoa. And hope that everybody enjoyed the demo. I know that I definitely did. And I always learn so much every time that we get on these demos. I learn something new every single time. So thank you guys for hopping on, and we'll see you on the next demo.